So thinking about jumping into AI in 2025, good thinking. We've been checking out Liam Otley's take on the business side of things, and there's one idea that really stood out. He calls it the AI automation agency. And it's even got big names like Kevin and Leary and Mark Cuban excited.
It's interesting. Otley isn't just, predicting another tech gold rush. He's really zeroing in on a very specific gap in the market.
Exactly. And this gap is poised to explode. Otley's video makes this point super clear. There's this huge disconnect between small to medium-sized businesses, or SMBs. They need AI, but they just don't know how to use it.
And the sheer scale of this is pretty mind-blowing. When you realize that SMBs are responsible for 62% of all the jobs out there, you're talking about a potential market it's massive. It's almost impossible to ignore.
Okay, so we've got this huge demand, but what does an AI automation agency actually do for an SMB? Imagine a local bakery that's struggling to manage its inventory.
Right.
They're constantly overstocking croissants, running out of baguettes, and wasting tons of
Oh,
ingredients.
yeah, I could see it.
And an AI automation agency could step in and implement an AI system that analyzes past sales data, predicts future demand, and automates their ordering process.
Hmm.
So suddenly that bakery is running like a well-oiled machine, they're saving money, and they keeping their customers happy.
Yeah, and I bet some people are listening right now thinking, hold on, I'm not an AI expert.
Exactly.
That's actually one of Otley's main points. This whole AI revolution is so new. Everyone's basically starting from scratch.
So you're saying even if I don't know the difference between a neural network and a loaf of sourdough bread, I can still jump in and be successful?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
The key is to focus on learning and building your skills. And Otley points out that some of the biggest opportunities don't even require coding.
So those of us who get nervous at the thought of writing code, we can still find our place in the AI world?
Absolutely. Think about it this way. Someone needs to educate all those SMBs about what AI can even do, help them choose the right AI tools, and figure out how to use them. And in those roles, things like communication, problem solving, and business skills, those are way more important than coding.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could work. But let's be real for a second. Starting a business from scratch is scary.
Yeah, no doubt.
Otley acknowledges that, but he makes a really interesting comparison. He says being in the right industry at the right time, like with AI right now, it's like having the wind at your back.
I like that.
And for anyone listening who's worried about finding the time, Otley suggests dedicating just 1 hour each day to learning and building your skills. And for anyone thinking, I'm too late, he's got data showing that the demand for AI services is way bigger than the supply right now. He's basically shutting down every excuse we can come up with.
Haha, yeah, it's true. He even compares this whole AI boom to the early days of the internet. Back then, businesses that helped other businesses get online, they made a fortune, and we might be seeing the same thing happening with AI.
So just like back then, you don't need to be a tech genius to make this work. You just need to be smart and ready to learn. And what I really like is that Otley doesn't just talk theory. He shares real examples of people from all kinds of backgrounds who have found their place in the AI world.
That's right, he mentions this consultant who now uses AI to help businesses run more smoothly. There's this voice AI developer who's building custom voice assistants for different companies. And there's even someone from the coaching world who's now using AI to personalize their clients' programs.
And it really shows that there's a ton of different ways to fit into this whole AI automation agency model. You don't have to fit into some specific mold. You can use the skills and passions you already have to find your own unique place.
That's where his whole concept of the unfair advantage comes in.
Okay, let's talk about that. What exactly does he mean by unfair advantage, and how do we figure out what ours is?
It's not about like having some, secret weapon or special insider knowledge. It's about figuring out what you're already good at. Like, what are you passionate about? What skills have you developed over time? What unique experiences or connections do you have?
So it's about taking stock of yourself and finding the strengths you have that maybe don't seem directly related to AI, but could actually be super valuable in this new AI world.
Exactly. Like, imagine someone with experience in real estate. They get local markets, pricing trends, what customers are looking for. That kind of knowledge is so valuable when you're trying to build AI solutions for real estate businesses.
Okay, that makes sense. So you're not trying to become some AI master overnight. You're finding that sweet spot where your existing strengths meet the needs of the AI market.
Right, and that's just the first step in Otley's roadmap for building a successful AI automation agency. Step 2 is all about building your knowledge gap.
Okay, I'm curious. What does he mean by building a knowledge gap?
It's not as weird as it sounds. Otley's point is that your clients are willing to pay you based on how much more you know about AI and how it can be used in their business than they do. You don't need to be a world-class expert. You just need to be a few steps ahead of your clients.
So if I get the basics of, let's say, natural language processing, and how it can be used to automate customer service. I'm already in a good spot to help a business that doesn't know anything about AI.
That's the idea. And the best part is you don't have to go back to school for this. Otley actually gives out tons of free resources in his videos and on his website. He even talks about this free course that covers everything from the fundamentals of AI to actually building simple automations yourself.
He really seems to be making it easier for anyone to get started with AI.
Yeah, he is. But here's the thing, though. Just knowing stuff isn't enough. You got to actually do something with it. And step 3 is where things get real. Finding your first free clients.
I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. The thought of putting yourself out there, pitching your services, and maybe getting rejected, it can be pretty paralyzing.
For sure. And Otley's got a really interesting approach to this. He actually recommends starting with free clients.
Really? Free?
Yep, it takes the pressure off, lets you gain some real-world experience, and build up your confidence before you actually start charging people.
It's like a test run where you can try things out and see what works best, but where do you find these free clients?
Otley says to start with your warm market, friends, family, colleagues, former clients. Basically anyone in your network who might be willing to try out your AI services.
Okay, so these are people who already know you and trust you, so they're more likely to give you a shot, even if you're just starting out.
Right, and even if everyone you know isn't like a tech entrepreneur, you'd be surprised how many businesses are struggling with problems that AI could actually solve. Think about your local coffee shop, your favorite restaurant, the gym you go to. They could all probably benefit from AI in some way.
So what you're saying is the opportunities are everywhere. We just have to open our eyes and start thinking a little differently.
Exactly. And to make things even easier, Otley's got this spreadsheet template in his guide that helps you keep track of who you've reached out to and any follow-ups you need to do. It's about getting organized right from the start.
Okay, so we've figured out our unfair advantage, we're building up our AI knowledge, and we've landed a few free clients. What's next on our journey to becoming a full-fledged AI automation agency?
Well, step 4 is all about scaling up. That's where content marketing and advertising come into play.
So we're moving beyond those initial connections and trying to reach a wider audience of potential clients.
Exactly. Like Otley's own YouTube channel is a great example of content marketing done right. He's built this huge audience by giving out valuable info and insights about AI. And he says he gets way more leads than he can handle, just from his YouTube channel alone.
So he's not just talking about content marketing, he's actually showing people how it works.
Yep, and he goes even further than that. He gives you these blueprints for creating your own regeneration system. Using different content marketing strategies, he talks about the types of content that work best, how to optimize your content for search engines, and how to promote it effectively.
So you're creating awesome content, attracting new clients. Business is booming, but at some point you just can't do it all yourself, right? You'd burn out trying to do everything.
Right. That's why step 5 is all about building a team. This is how you take your AI automation agency from a one-person show to a company that can really grow.
Yeah, it's like the classic entrepreneur story. You start out solo, working your butt off, and then you realize you need to bring in other talented people to take things to the next level. But that can be scary too. Letting go of control, trusting others to handle important stuff. It's not always easy.
I get it. And Otley emphasizes that building a team, it's not just about freeing up your time. It's about getting different perspectives and expertise. You want to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you are in certain areas. It's about creating a team that can handle anything the AI world throws at you.
I'm starting to get excited just thinking about all the possibilities. You start as a solopreneur, hustling and grinding, and then you build this amazing team of AI specialists, marketers, project managers. It's like you're building your own AI dream team.
That's a great way to put it. And Otley's got really practical advice on building your team. He talks about the different roles you'll need as you grow, like virtual assistants, project managers, developers. He even tells you when to hire those people and how to find the best ones.
He really covers all the bases. So here you have it, the 5 steps to building a thriving AI automation agency. It all seems very doable when you break it down like this.
What really stands out to me is how easy Otley makes this whole process seem. He takes the mystery out of AI, explains complex stuff in a way that makes sense, and gives you advice that anyone can follow. And he stresses that this isn't just about the technical side of things, it's also about having the right mindset.
That's a great point, and it leads perfectly into the last part of our deep dive. We've talked about the strategies and the steps you need to take. Now let's talk about the mindset that underpins it all. What can we learn from Otley's own journey, his experiences, and the lessons he's learned along the way?
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in, all the little details of actually building a business, but your mindset is just as important. And I think a lot of people listening might be thinking, well, that's great for Otley, but can I really do this?
It's a fair question. And Otley actually addresses that directly by sharing his own journey. He's very open about the fact that he wasn't always some, AI expert. He kind of stumbled into this world after trying a few other things that didn't quite work out. He talks about his first online business drop shipping and how it took him 14 months to make even a single dollar in profit. Can you imagine the self-doubt he must have felt during those 14
Oh, I
months?
bet, yeah. And it's a good reminder that even really successful entrepreneurs, they face setbacks and challenges. It's not about avoiding failure altogether. It's about learning from those experiences and being willing to change direction when you need to. Otley uses this great analogy. He calls it choosing the right boat. He realized that dropshipping wasn't the right boat for him, but by recognizing the potential of AI early on, he found a boat that was a much better fit.
I love that analogy. We've all felt that feeling of being in the wrong boat at some point, whether it's a job or a relationship or a business. But sometimes it takes a few tries to find the right one, the one that really lets us, set sail.
Right, and that's where the unfair advantage comes in. By tapping into his natural curiosity, his willingness to learn, and his passion for helping others, Otley was able to navigate those challenges and steer his AI automation agency towards success.
What I find really inspiring is that he's not just in it for the money. He truly believes in the power of AI to transform businesses and to make things fairer for everyone.
Yeah, he talks about making sure everyone has a chance to benefit from AI, not just the big tech companies. He sees AI automation agencies as a way to help small businesses create new jobs and boost local economies.
So it's not just about making a profit, it's about making a difference. And that's a powerful motivator, especially when you're facing those inevitable challenges that come with building any business.
For sure. Otley's story is a great example of what's possible when you combine perseverance, adaptability, and belief in yourself.
So if you're feeling inspired to start your own AI journey, but maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed by everything we talked about today, don't worry, you don't have to do this alone.
Right. Ollie's built a fantastic community of people who are all exploring this world of AI automation agencies, and he offers tons of resources, guidance, and support to help you every step of the way.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into AI automation agencies, we want to leave you with one final thought. Think back to Otley's concept of the unfair advantage. What are your unique skills and experiences? Where do they connect with the growing demand for AI solutions? What's your unfair advantage? The one you can use to make a real impact in this exciting new world of AI. The opportunity is out there. The question is, are you ready to seize it?